There is another Swiss fighter that we have watched already. That's Fardin Javanmad. He's going to be up later on for a big quarterfinal in men's 60 kilograms. As I said, 4 bouts of this session 5 are going to be all 8 quarterfinalists in the men's 60 kilogram fighting for a second time in the day. Each of them had tough fights, and now it's going to be stamina as well. Now, as we move forward, Egypt taking on the Ukraine. Olena Osmirko versus Wala Mossa. And Wala Mossa is in the red, and Olena is in the black. Once again, we haven't seen the nice active start.
Very strong hands from Olena, and there's a takedown. So we see right away that Wala is able to use some switch out there.
It was well done to open it up. Now, what we have seen with these fighters that literally come out the gates quickly is they do take time, a little bit of time to settle into a rhythm. Well, unless you're a Vietnamese fighter, in which case you can come out the gates and score immediately.
Except that we saw what a beautiful rollover takedown.
Beautiful takedown.
That was textbook from Wala. What a way to evade that spinning back fist that Olena was throwing up. She just ducked right under. It wasn't super fast, but it still was good timing that Wala showed.
Wow, the clinch is broken up.
Yeah, but we're 45 seconds into the fight.
And we've just barely seen 5 points. Barely. 5 points is the max.
Olena's only on the board with 1 judge.
I think what Olena should do, she's the taller woman. Well, actually, no, come to think of it, they're actually...
Pretty evenly matched.
Yeah,
there.
It's a different...
She looks taller, but...
yeah, Wala's a little bit stockier, really, and looks like she has a lower center of gravity, which is probably why she's going for all of these takedowns, because it's a good policy to keep to.
But when you see a match, we're almost 1 minute into the first round, and Olena hasn't scored with 4 of the judges. She hasn't shown enough clear technique. She has to change that if she's to have a chance in the bout.
Yeah, so a lot of energy expended, a lot of moves attempted, but unfortunately no result.
A minute of fighting in a 2-minute round. You hope that the judges have seen enough technique to score you. She's at 0 with 4 of the judges, so she has to show them a lot more.
Well, a little bit of a breather there while Wala had her gloves retight. So let's see if Olena can come out. She's the aggressor here, but again, that's going to be a 0-sum difference, I'm sure. Well, 1 point, actually.
Someone saw a punch, but not 3 of the judges. She's working hard. She's working hard for the takedowns, but as you pointed out, that lower center of gravity.
It is the technique
Wala,
for,
right?
It seems harder for the lower center of gravity fighters to tip them over or push them over, and we've seen them lift other fighters over their shoulders. So,
well, Wala knows, she's already shown us that she knows
how to take down.
That's right.
It was that beautiful roll beforehand, and all of her actions are resulting in some points, and she's now got pretty much a 6-point difference.
Looks like she may have needed an equipment adjustment there. Okay, we're back on. So we're counting on our 10 seconds of this bout, and we still don't have Olena on the judges' scorecard for 3 of the judges. That clinch just took up 5 seconds of the fight, and so hopefully Olena's, her corner is going to tell her what what you'll have to do is score some points.
Well, that's 8-1, 8-0, 7-0, 8-0, 10-3. So to combat that, on average, 7 punches, she's going to have to possibly stay out of these takedowns. As you said, Walla seems a lot more comfortable with them. Look at the way she just took her there.
So she didn't score with any punches, and she didn't score with 3 of the judges with any punches. She didn't score with any kicks with 3 of the judges. The one punch that we all saw clearly was a spinning back fist.
Right.
A simpler and more direct hand technique is a straight jab or a hook. Those are the things that the judges can see. So compared to a spinning back fist, you need to at least have a flurry of some more basic punches, and we're not seeing enough of that. That's something that she can change. I'm sure that she has some straight punches in there. Everyone works the pads during training.
Well, exactly, yeah. I mean, and the jabs, it's kind of like a good snack way of getting some points. Why are you trying to cook such a big meal up when you just
right.
feed the hunger for the scoreboard?
There she is. She's trying to go straight in. She tried with some push kicks there, and she's on the board. Yeah. She's on the board for 1 point with one of the judges. So for sure, someone saw her land a punch. That's a strong punch.
It is a strong punch from Walla, and she's always looking for those feet just to throw Elena off balance and get the dominant position in the Shui.
You hear Elena's teammates urging her on, and this pattern is what we need to move for Elena, that we're into 30 seconds. She tried that spinning technique again.
Wow,
There's some punches.
Good hands.
There are finally some punches, and she's rewarded with it. All of those were straight punches that she was rewarded with after a spinning
the straight jab. Now, a lot of time for her to play with in this round.
They're still close enough, and Elena could pull this out. She needs to do...
Well, the referee just picking something. I think it was a mouth guard.
She needs to do... No, it might have been tape off of one of them. But she needs to do more of what just earned her those points, and hopefully that's what her corner is telling her.
And now trying to use the clench that Walla initiated to roll her off the platform. Didn't quite work out, but it's better from Elena.
Importantly, we've seen that wears the clock down, and for the fighter that needs to earn points, you can't afford to have the clock worn down. She just scored some more points, and she's ahead for a couple of judges, just a couple, still behind 3 of them.
But not that much to overtake. And here she comes with the hands again. Better attitude from Elena, for sure.
She's more aggressive. She's mixing it up more. But at the same time, Walla has not backed off of earning points.
She's always coming in, scrambling some guerrilla points here and there, and that's put her up.
Every time we have seen Elena earn some points, we also see Walla earn some points.
Well, that was a big kick, and we heard it.
Yes.
38 seconds left in the round.
There's Elena using some hands, and she earned some points there.
So the current point spread 4-3, 5-5, 7-2, 7-2, 8-5, and it's those last 3 judges. In fact, judges 3 and 4 as currently favoring Walla for this. So if Elena can just stand back, start threading that, another great throw.
Another throw from Walla. She's trying to get in and use her hands, and credit to her for doing that. She's made herself a little bit more difficult to throw from Walla, but now she just needs to back this up with earning some points. That kick is under the body of her opponent, so she was trying to go for a thigh kick and gets pushed down. And
so better, at least she's got on the board this time.
She's much better on the board. Many of these points were earned from her hands, and a few from a kick or 2. Not enough.
Good win. 11-7, 10-2, 10-4, 8-5, 8-6, sorry, and 7-4. So Walla Mossa goes through to the semifinals and joins Shabana Mansourian from Iran and Delphine Stambouli from France, which means just one more name on that semi-final list, and it is somebody that we did watch. Hagi Bakyadan had to fight her way on day 1.
I remember that.
You remember that against Krista Dyer from Bermuda. That was a 2-1 win for her. So she's stepping out as we look at Walla Mossa, declared winner, and now in the semi-finals as well, and in the medals as well, contending anyway for the medals